Right guys, we've got another head-to-head. This is the BENROSS. This is the lower spin version. This is the RIP Speed 10. So the centre of gravity has been moved more towards the middle of the head. So I thought, what better comparison to test it against my G30 LS TEC, the one that's been in my bag for quite a while now. I've got this in the extra stiff Aldila Tour shaft. I've got it in 9.5 degrees, which I've been fitted for. I've got it on GC2, going to hit some out there and see how it compares up against the G30 LS TEC. If you've not seen any of the other BENROSS products that I've been testing so far, do go and check those out on my channel. The irons, incredibly impressed with. The wood so far, incredibly impressed with. They also make a gold version, Speed Gold, which is slightly more for the slower swing speed. I would love to have tested it, but I just don't know if I'm going to give it the right kind of justification really. So next time I get my 13 handicapper Rob Potter down, I'm going to get him hitting some. It's kind of more for a senior, but just don't tell Rob, okay? I don't think he'd be too happy if it was he knew it was a senior. So let's give this a wallop. I love the look of the head, certainly with the greyish kind of matte finish. Now there's no big alignment on the top of this one. So it's like kind of more for the better player, let's say. There's no big alignment on the top. Adjustable where you can go open and close. It adds more loft, de-lofts it as well. Let's give this a bit of a wallop. Let's see what it does. Lower spin, we're expecting, the normal version spun at 2,600, so we're expecting this to come out a little bit lower spinning than that. It's a good start. You can definitely see it's a slightly lower spinning flight. Wow, it's gigantic. Very good first hit. Just looking at some of the spin rates, ridiculously lower. Right, let's get a couple more so we can get a bit of a comparison against the LS TEC. Ooh, a little bit sideways on that one, but it was still a cracking hit. Very impressed. Very, very low spin. Just need to find a straight one now. Let's go one more. So I've hit the 3 there with the BENROSS RIP Speed 10 or RIP Spec 10, and we've seen a massive difference compared to the Speed, massive difference. Didn't quite get the ball flying as straight, but spin numbers ridiculously dropped. I'm looking forward to testing this up against the Ping now. So let's hit 3 with the Ping, see how it compares. Right, so 3 are in from the lower spinning BENROSS. They were out there, absolutely out there. I'm going to test now the Ping G30 LS TEC. I've got this in the extra stiff Tour shaft, which is the one that I use anyway. Same lofts, well 9.5 in that one, 9.9 in this one. This is the one that seems to, the loft has been suiting me the best. See what it does. It's going to be a interesting competition, certainly after those first 3 with the BENROSS. So it's a good start there with number 1. I'm going to hit 2 more and see how it compares up against it. Okay, so that's 3 with both. We're going to have a look at the numbers and see how similar these are. It's going to be a close one. Stay tuned and we'll have a look at the figures. Right, the results are in. I can't get over how close this is. I've had this in the bag for a ridiculous amount of time and I've really struggled to find anything that massively beats it on a regular basis. The BENROSS came very, very close. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of the figures. So, carry distance, and this is why I prefer a lower spinning head compared to a less lower spinner head. The carry difference was very, very close. 294 carry with the BENROSS, 299 carry with the Ping, incredibly close. Total distance, 325 with the BENROSS, 325 yards of total distance for what would be seen as a lower price point than some of the top manufacturers. I mean, that's scary. That is really impressive. The lower spin version without question suits me with this spinning at 1600. I mean, that's scary, 1600 spin. We also see a little bit of a drop off in club head speed compared to the Ping. So this average, the BENROSS averaged at 110.9. So I would say that's a tiny bit lower than what I'm used to. And the only real standpoint for that would be the fact of not particularly used to the club. I'm warm, I'm loose, I'm ready to go. So whether it's just I'm not quite used to it, I think they're pretty much the same. Oh, there's a tiny bit of difference in the length, but the tiniest bit. Whether then the turbulators from the Ping G30 makes a big difference, but the club head speed went up to 113, quite a big jump. Spin rate was 1800, so similar to where I get the Ping normally, and it was carrying at 299 total carry distance for a 327 total. 2 yards in it, which we can't even make. If I hit another 10 shots, I reckon that would even out to being exactly the same with both clubs. Very impressed. I can honestly put it down to probably the only thing that really I've been using this driver for a long time now, and to just throw one straight into the mix after 3 shots, I think it's unfair to say that I'm used to this driver yet, the BENROSS. I'm not at all. I think over time, once you get used to a club, you start to find where its best kick points are, where the shaft is going to be releasing at its optimum spot. But I cannot get over the closeness to that competition. Amazing, and the clubs felt great. It really did. It felt, I couldn't massively separate. The Ping for me was a bit louder, but apart from that, they're almost identical. Guys, that is a close competition for what is seen as a lesser known manufacturer. They're going to be known pretty soon. UK and Europe, they're pretty big. They're going to come out international very soon. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the BENROSS testing that I've done so far. You can subscribe by clicking the big button down here. I want to give you guys the best options on clubs across the field, so that every club I want to kind of test and show you what it does. I'm happy to do that. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Check out all the social media. I'm impressed with that, really am. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.